Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about will the mad rush boost rental prices here. Now, in my area, we have quite a few places here up for rent, and they're building more all the time. But the past few days have told me that we may not be able to absorb everybody after probably about 4 months. Now, will there be places available? Absolutely. But you're going to have to search them out a little bit harder and have people working on it. We've been working on these, trying to put these out there, trying to help you guys. We don't make a nickel off this stuff. Okay, I don't, If you use my girlfriend, that's a different story. She searches out a lot of these places. I try to vlog them so you guys have an idea what's out there, what's on the market, But my girlfriend can help you get into these places, or I can help you get into these places. Preferably, just ask me for my girlfriend's Facebook. You can talk to her, and if you're interested in any of these homes, she can find you a place. She's really good at seeking out places, finding deals. She's the one that helped some of the other expats find places, and she's really phenomenal at what she does. She doesn't charge a lot to seek out these places. Just ask her what she charges. It's well worth it. Also, I can kind of hook you up if you see anything on here you like. Sometimes if I say it's available, then it's available. If it's not, then obviously it's not. That's just the way it is. But as far as people still coming here, don't worry, we'll absorb you. We'll help you find a place within three days usually within 2 days probably. If you're really picky, then probably about a week. Some people want certain amount of rooms. It has to be a certain neighborhood. They want to be close to the pool. You can't get everything here unless you really seek it out and really look around, and even then things change sometimes. But yeah, you know what, as far as absorption, I think we're going to be able to absorb most of the people here, because I've seen so many empty places around here, driving around, looking around, seeing what's going on. But some of these places, they're fixer-uppers. And what do I mean by that? What's a fixer-upper in the Philippines, Steve? Just about anything that you get into here, this is the story. You're usually going to have to do some paint in there. You're usually going to have to clean in there. The people over here usually don't set up the apartments really nice to show them to renters. They just don't care as much as we do in the United States, where we clean up the apartment, we mop the floor, we get it ready to show. Over here, it's not like that, unfortunately. So when you're going into an apartment and you see it, you have to talk to the landlord about cleaning it and stuff. Usually they know that they have to clean it, but they'll only clean it for somebody that's ready to move in. That's the problem, okay? And then you got some of the landlords that just don't care, and you end up cleaning it yourself because they tell you that they're gonna clean it, but I'm busy today and I'm busy tomorrow, so I won't be over there for 2 or 3 days, and you're all moved in and it's dust city over there. So you end up cleaning it yourself or paying somebody to clean it, and that's just the way it works, unfortunately. Now, as far as the rents going up over here, people have asked me, Steve, do you think the rents are going to go up over here in Tracy or in the Philippines? I think overall in the Philippines, we're going to see a little bit of a rent bump, because we haven't had these people coming in here for 2 years. A lot of people have moved into these places, and I think what's going to happen is we might see some of the deadbeats that don't pay their rents and stuff getting kicked out, because all these people are coming in now. And so these people that were paying their rent 1 month but not paying it the next month, then paying it another month, those people, and it's pretty prevalent here, those people are going to get booted out, and they're going to take in an expat there or whatever. They'll do whatever they need to do to fill it up and get somebody decent in there. That's the unfortunate part, is putting up people out in the streets or whatever because of that. But that's going to happen over here once people start seeing the rents bump up a little bit. They're not going to keep their rates at 60 or 80. It's probably going to go 100, 120 for the lower priced apartments. But if you get one, lock in the lease, because you know what? It's a steal. So if you have one of these places right now, definitely lock the lease in. No matter whether it's a more expensive high-end apartment or condo or whatever, or a house, lock in the price. Try to get locked in for as long as you think you're going to stay there. It can't hurt. If you're planning on sticking around that area, lock it in. What's the worst that can happen? You know, and a lot of people say, well, Steve, the leases there don't mean crap. They can just kick you out in the streets, you know, when you put some money into the place. No. Go down and get it notarized. Sign it in front of a notary so that it's notarized. So that way there, that signature is a verified signature on the lease. Don't just sign it and then you sign it and they sign it and then think that that's a good lease. It's a good idea to always get that lease notarized. So that way there, they can't say, I didn't ever sign that. I don't remember signing that lease. That way there, it's verified. They had to show their ID to the notary. The notary notarized it, that it's their signature. Guess what? It's good. There's nothing they can do. Also, you can pay up in advance sometimes and you can save a little bit of money. Usually, I wouldn't recommend going out over a year on that. You usually save about a month's rent, maybe a half a month's rent or whatever. That's also a good way to save money. If there's a fight between you and another expat or another renter, say, I'll pay 6 months in advance. That way, you get what you want. Remember, use your head when you're out renting. You can get these prices down. People want money. Cash in hand means a lot over here. You put a lot of cash in somebody's hand, make sure you get a receipt, make sure you do the notarized lease, make sure they possibly maybe mark that it's 6 months in advance and write on the bottom, paid in full, and have them initial or get that notarized too. Don't play with this stuff, you know, because you could find yourself on the outside looking in. So always be safe with it. Whenever you're doing legal documents as far as staying in any of these places. You want to be extra careful. Now, some of you guys are telling me that you think that these places that I'm showing for $80 and $60, they don't exist anymore around here. No, they do. They're in Tracy Martinez, they're very common. You got to kind of look for them and you got to find them. And some of you guys are also saying, well, Steve, what about the karaoke and what about the roosters and the dogs and stuff like that? You're going to get a little bit of that. You know what you do? Kenny gets a little bit of that. He puts the TV on, you know, or you can put a white noise machine in your room. White noise machine, you can actually download the app to your phone, get a speaker, and you got white noise. You don't hear hardly anything in the back. Will a rooster come over that a little bit? Yeah, it will a little bit. Or you play your TV, you won't even hear that rooster. Some people fall asleep with their TV on or whatever, or the radio on or what have you. I'm fine with that, actually. I can sleep with the radio on if I get adjusted to it. It takes a little bit of adjustment. For what you're getting for $80, there's going to have to be a little adjustment. You're going to have to give a little bit, unfortunately. You're going to have to give on some of the freedoms. Now, karaoke, where I am, we don't have that much karaoke in our area. On a birthday party occasionally, you're going to get it. I mean, sadly, if you move next to somebody that has a karaoke machine and they're on there singing every day, it gets a little disgusting after a while. But there's also laws about those karaoke machines. You can go down to your barangay and find out what they are and ask them, say, what can I do if somebody is playing the karaoke machine 24/7 and singing at 3 o'clock in the morning? You know, a lot of guys on here, they make it sound a lot more prevalent than what it is, the karaoke machines, probably because they probably lived in a crowded area before. My area is not really that crowded. There's a lot of, it's not like compact where everybody's like right on top of each other or anything like that. It's kind of nice. And where Kenny lives, he lives up above. So he kind of lives above some of the noise level, some of the confusion. You can hear the roosters up there a little bit, but it's not really that bad. And as far as dogs, not that bad. You know, I have a dog barking every once in a while, coming through the property or something, barking at people, and you're going to get that. I don't care whether you live in a gated community. On occasion, you're going to have a party there. You're going to have a karaoke machine. You're going to have a dog, possibly even a rooster. Now, a lot of gated communities don't allow that. That's great. But you're going to have some sort of noise or some sort of problem no matter where you go here. But granted, sometimes the gated communities, that's the way to go because you can get a lot less of that if you get into the right ones and you get into the high-end ones. But if you get somebody with a dog next door and they're inside the house and the dog's barking all the time, and I want you to think about this for 1 second. We went to one house, and afterwards I was thinking about this. Sometimes the dogs will only bark when somebody new is around. So if they get used to seeing you and hearing your voice and stuff, after a while they'll stop barking. But maybe during the night they might bark when somebody's around, and that's a good thing sometimes. So you know somebody is walking around outside. Can it be a hassle if you're in a neighborhood where there's a lot of people? Maybe people have visitors and stuff where the dog's barking a lot. Yes, it can. It's something you need to kind of weigh out when you're looking at these places. Also, a lot of the gated communities around here haven't opened their pools yet. And if you're looking into a gated community and the cost is really high and the pool's closed, that's a negotiating point. And also find out when the pool's going to open, because some of these places, you know what? They're not going to open the pool. I'll be honest with you. They probably have no plan on opening the pool. They probably just don't have enough money or whatever. So that's a done deal. You're not going to get a pool. Sadly, that's going to become like a big bunch of green whatever in that pool. It's going to be gross. I've seen them. When I went over to Crystal Air, I was looking over there and the pool was shut down. They had frogs in there. Frogs inside the pool. It was like a pond. And it was all algae and just a bunch of green goop growing in the pool. It was pretty disgusting. And the lady herself told me, she says, we got to get it cleaned up. You can't run that stuff through the filter. It is not going to work. But anyway, guys, just be aware of that. You know, I think we got plenty of places out there. I think prices over the next 6 months will probably come up a little bit. But we still can find you those $80 apartments in certain areas. We can still find you places for $200 and $300 that are decent condos and bungalows for that price. So don't worry, we'll find it for you. We can find it, or we'll show it on here, and you can contact Badette, or you can contact the person personally and just talk to them. And you know, I'll put it in the descriptions there if they're available or whatever. So just be looking in the descriptions, or you can contact me by email at steven5975@yahoo.com. Also, guys, when you call me, have your questions ready for me if possible. I know we've been getting a lot of phone calls, and I just tell people I can't talk long, okay, because we have a lot of calls coming in, and I'm trying to spend some time with my family sometimes too, because, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be retired. But we are helping the people that we promised to help, and we're still probably going to take on a few more, and we'll always be doing that for a while. Eventually, probably at the end of the year, we will not be doing that anymore. At the end of this year, we won't be helping people settle over here, but we will be answering phone calls. We will be answering the comments as usual, and we still will be doing the live stream. But as far as like helping people, we're going to pull back on that a little bit, because I want to just be more retired. Just answering the comments and the emails alone takes me about 4 hours. So you can imagine what 4 or 5 hours of phone calls will do. It takes up a good chunk of your day. But, you know, and also, guys, when you call, keep it to a minimum. You know, write down your questions, what exactly you need when you want to talk to me or whatever. And I'll help you through all your problems. But usually, I got to get off the phone for the next call, because sometimes lately, especially today and the past few days, because of the opening, we've been getting a ton of calls. We've been getting inundated with phone calls. And that's a good thing, because I don't mind helping these people. And it's kind of fun for me too. I get to meet new people and everything. But it can be kind of a hassle sometimes because of the sheer amount of work that it puts on me. And it can be kind of stressful sometimes. And, you know, when you're retired, I don't want stress. But anyway, guys, I don't mind helping. And that's, you know, you guys know that. I'm going to keep on keeping on with the things I've been doing, helping people for this year. But after this year, we are going to slow down. Okay, so, but if I'm helping you now, and, you know, or if you need help, I'm still available, and my girlfriend is more than willing to help also when I can't help, because I'm getting really, really busy, and you know, it's taking up a lot of my time. So I'm handing some of this off to other people around me. They do charge a small amount. Pax will help you out. My girlfriend Badette will help you out, and they do just as good a job as I do. In fact, sometimes they know a little bit more sometimes than me, and they can help you get things done as far as getting Wi-Fi put in your house, things like that. And that's the great part of, you know, having somebody here that's willing to help you, and that's what we're here for. That's what we do. But anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out just to kind of, you know, let people know what's going on here. But anyway, guys, God bless. And remember what I said. Be careful when you're doing rents. You know, if you're doing a rental or a lease, be careful. God bless, guys. Take care.